On the morning of the 14th of September 2025, the sports world awoke to heartbreaking news. Richard John Ricky Hatton, one of Britain's most beloved boxing champions, was found dead at age 46. His body was discovered at his home in Hyde, Greater Manchester. Officials from Greater Manchester Police confirmed the body was found at about 6:45 a.m. at an address in Bowlicker Road in Hyde in the Tameside area. The initial investigations made it clear his death is not being treated as suspicious. His family was notified, and they released a statement via the police expressing deep grief and describing a loss that is immeasurable. He is survived by his children, his family, and countless fans who considered him more than an athlete, a symbol of fighting spirit, humility, loyalty, and authenticity. Born on the 6th of October 1978 in Stockport, England, Ricky Hatton rose through humble beginnings to become a boxing icon. Known by nicknames such as the Hitman, the People's Champion, and the Manchester Mexican, Hatton's journey from local amateur to world champion endeared him to many. He began his professional boxing career in 1997, moving up through weight classes and dominating domestic and European stages. His fighting style, aggressive, energetic, crowd-pleasing, plus his ability to bring hundreds of thousands of fans with him to major fights, gave him a reputation beyond the ring. A fighter who was as much a man of the people as he was a champion. Hatton's professional record is one of spectacular highs and some difficult lows. Across 48 fights, he achieved 45 wins, with 32 of those by knockout, and suffered just 3 losses. Among his greatest victories was the knockout of Kostya Tszyu in 2005, a rivalry fight in which Hatton seized the IBF light welterweight world title. Other defining moments included his win over Luis Colasso for the WBA welterweight title and the ferocious fight with José Luis Castillo. However, matches against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in 2007 and Manny Pacquiao in 2009 proved more challenging. Those defeats, particularly the Mayweather fight in Las Vegas, were turning points, marking the end of certain streaks, both physical and psychological. After the high of peak years, Ricky's career began to show signs of strain. After the loss to Pacquiao in 2009, he stepped away from the ring, but made one comeback in 2012. That return saw him face Vyacheslav Senchenko. Though he was ahead on the scorecards, a body shot ended his fight in the 9th round. That defeat led him to retire again. Over the years that followed, Hatton was open about his struggles outside the ring: mental health issues, battles with depression, periods of heavy drinking, problems with weight, and coping with fame and expectation. These vulnerabilities resonated with many, increasing both the empathy people felt for him and the respect for his honesty. His frank discussions about these difficulties made him an important voice in conversations around athlete welfare and boxing's longer-term toll. In the months before his death, Ricky Hatton had announced plans for another return to boxing. In July 2025, he confirmed he would fight again in December, a bout scheduled in Dubai against Isa Aldaa. The announcement was met with surprise, but also admiration. Many saw this not just as a professional decision, but a personal one, to prove to himself and to others that despite age, health, and past struggles, the drive and passion that made him the Hitman still burned. This planned comeback added a bittersweet note to the mourning. Fans had been anticipating his return, eager to see him back in the sport that he had given so much to. The reaction to his death was immediate and widespread. Sports personalities and boxing legends from around the globe paid tribute. Figures like Amir Khan, Tyson Fury, Manny Pacquiao, Wayne Rooney, and others expressed sorrow, sharing memories and acknowledging the influence Hatton had had, not just in the ring, but in many lives. In Manchester especially, where he grew up and became a local hero, there was a palpable sense of loss. Local media, fans, community leaders spoke of his generosity, humility, and loyalty. Manchester City, his beloved football club, honored him in several ways. Before a match against Manchester United on the day of his death, both teams observed a minute of applause, showing that even in rivalries, Ricky's presence transcended sport. Family statements conveyed that while Ricky Hatton was celebrated globally, among loved ones he was known simply as Richard, son, father, grandfather, brother, friend. They emphasized his character, kindness, humor, loyalty, and the way he stayed grounded despite immense success. The emotional toll on his family was evident. The statement asked for privacy during this difficult time, asking that fans and media allow them space to grieve. Along with grief, there was also recognition of legacy, not just titles or big fights, but the inspiration he offered, the way he used his platform to speak about mental health, the joy he provided to fans, the example of someone who, despite stardom, remembered his roots. Ricky Hatton leaves behind a legacy that will be remembered in many ways. As a fighter who gave everything in the ring, as a man who fought some of the best in boxing history, Jew, Mayweather, Pacquiao, as someone who matched talent with showmanship, resilience, and connection to the people. Outside the ring, his openness about mental health, his admitted struggles, his commitment to family, community, and fans, and even his plans for a comeback, speak to a life lived with honesty and courage. His record, and 45 wins, 3 losses, tells part of the story. The rest is in his spirit and the impact he had on people. As tributes pour in from near and far, from boxers, local fans, supporters, media, clubs, one thought is nearly universal. Though Ricky Hatton is gone, his name, his fights, his laughter, his courage will continue to live on. And while no one can fill the void of his absence, many believe that his legacy, the man, not just the boxer, will serve as a compass for respect, perseverance, humility, and heart in